Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this amendment would update the language of the National Defense Act of 1999. It's clearly necessary, Mr. Chairman, to update this outdated and inadequate language. Since 1999, the threat posed by ballistic missiles has grown precipitously, and it is the appropriate thing to do that our national missile defense policy reflect that growing threat. In 2015 alone, there were over 300 missile launches and more than 60 foreign space launches. And our adversaries have begun to further develop missile technology which intentionally exploits gaps in our existing missile defense framework. From direct descent ASAT missiles and weapons to hypersonic boost glide to maneuvering ballistic missiles. The language adopted in 1999 calling for defense against a, quote, limited ballistic missile attack seems wildly out of place in today's threat environment. North Korea has 2 satellites orbiting the Earth above America. China and Russia are both developing complex missile technology specifically designed to exploit our weaknesses. And Iran continues to develop and mature their missile technologies with no concern for international opinion. The language from the 1999 bill, Mr. Chairman, simply does not match reality. The National Defense Act must be amended to reflect both the substantially greater and more diverse threat and the reality that our national defense capability, our national missile defense capability, is a much more mature program than it was at the time. The law should establish that our national missile defense system be robust and capable of countering a complex and growing threat. Rather than simply defending our territory, our policy should be to establish missile defense policy which defends our territory, allies, deployed forces, and capabilities. In the face of complex threat environment, Mr. Chairman, we must make sure that this amendment to adjust our missile defense posture to meet those threats is adopted. And with that, I would encourage my colleagues to support the amendment.